Hello everyone, welcome to the 5th race of the Skyrunner virtual series. Today we travel to Austria, to the beautiful town of Marianne, to discover the Hochkönig Sky Race. It's a 32-kilometer course that climbs up to 2,400 meters. And this year it would have been their debut in the Skyrunner World Series. It's magic mountains, magic show, and magic people. And to help me with this awesome travel, we have in Scotland my colleague Sina Forbes. Let's see if we can travel to Scotland also. Hello, Sina, how are you?
Hi, Albert. How are you?
Fine, thanks. Good to see you.
Yeah, it's nice to see you guys all again for another race. Again, sad that we can't be in Austria this year. I was really excited because it's actually my home race. It's the race that's closest to Munich, which is actually where I live. And so yeah, I was excited for everyone to come over and see the beautiful mountains of Austria. But yeah, cool that we can still connect with people over the world again.
It was for us because in following for years the World Series, this was a race in a new place, in a new country, so we were really excited to. It's a beautiful place.
Yeah, I mean, the Austrian Alps are incredible. Like, if anyone else has been there, they'll know that they're just different to any other mountains. They're super rocky and sharp and wild. And yeah, the people there are so friendly and so nice. And the event itself is also really cool. So it was definitely looking like it was going to be a highlight of the season this year. But yeah, it's postponed now until September. And I think actually the guidelines have changed in Austria right now, so people can actually get out into the mountains and run the course there. So I think there will be quite a few local people out there on the course today.
Yeah, it was also interesting for the athletes because one of their main goals for following the World Series is discover new places, and we could see right before the season like how excited there were a lot of really good athletes wanted to run here. So today it would have been like a really good day in the mountains for sure.
Yeah, I remember last year we were asking the athletes a lot, where would you like to have races next year? Where do you want to go? And one of the most popular answers was, oh, I'd love to go to Austria, actually. We heard there are some really cool mountains. So the fact that we managed to get this race and have it in the calendar for this year was super exciting. And I think we saw a lot of interest, right? We had a lot of the elites signed up, and we're planning to head over to Austria.
Yeah, and one of the main goals of this show also is to show that race, to discover that race to people that they don't know it. So we are going to travel and talk with people that they really know that race. And for example, we would like to have today one athlete that really knows that race, that he has won 2 times the Sky Race, the one that we are talking about, because as people know, in the Hochkönig Man, there are a lot of races during 3 days, but especially talking about the Sky Race, I think that the best person to talk about it is Sebastian Steiner.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Sebastian.
Hi.
Hello. So, Sebastian, for people that don't know you, you were born in 1994. You are a Dynafit athlete. And
So I come from Austria.
Mathematics.
Yeah, so I work at the university, and I'm doing research here, and currently I try to finish my PhD. So hopefully next week I'm finished.
What is that?
Wow.
Computer algebra in
Congratulations.
differential equation?
Yeah, exactly. So it's hard to explain, but for example, some robotic companies are applying methods which we produce and implement on the computer.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think you must be good in calculating altitude, no kilometers, all this stuff is good for you, no?
Yeah, but during the race, I often make mistakes.
Sebastian, actually, I have a question because we actually ran the race together in 2018, I think, right?
Yes, right.
And I bumped into you at Sky Race de Matissons last year that you were doing, and you told me a really funny story about your race in 2018. Do you want to share that story?
Sure, why not? So this year it's planned to do the course in the other way around, but in the way we did it 2 years ago, in 2018, the long climb to the highest point was almost in the end. So we were far from each other, the top athletes, and I was in the lead. And I missed a crossing which was in the snow because during June at Hochkönig there is still snow usually, and I was going up not the best way, let's say it like this. It was short but very technical, and but it was fun to go in the snow on steep terrain, and so. But behind me, the athletes saw me, and all of them took this way, so we introduced the new course.
That's a funny story.
Can you explain for people that has never been here what kind of race it is, what people can expect in that Sky Race?
Yeah, so it's I would say there are two parts of the race. One is rather easy. So it's more like usual trail running, but still on nice paths. So there is almost no roads or something like this. But it's runnable, this part, let's say like this. And then there is this big climb. I think you can see it on the elevation map very well. And this one is very technical and usually covered with a lot of snow. So you have to expect to walk a lot during this uphill. And also the downhill is funny because you have to slide, and I really love this part.
Yeah.
You are also the winner in 2019 of the race. How was that race?
Yeah, there was too much snow and high danger of avalanches. So we had to skip part of the big climb and go the same way back. And interestingly, there was more elevation difference with this course than on the original one. So I tried to relax, and I was not in front for more than half of the race. But in the end, there was a short climb, and there a lot of people couldn't run anymore. So this is the big danger at this course, that you're focusing too much on the hard stuff that you forget the runnable.
Really. And I read your Dynafit profile in the website, and I saw that your main goal for 2019 it was to win the Austrian Skyrunner series. You won it. What did it mean for you?
Yeah, it was an honor for me, I would say. A lot of good athletes, and the Austrian athletes usually compete more in Austria than around the world. So this year I planned with two others to do more international races, but last year this was not the case. So it meant a lot to me.
And what did you think about the Hochkönig being in the Skyrunner World Series this year?
I think that's really a good possibility for the Austrians to show that there are some who can compete on a high level, and also to show nice places. I mean, Hochkönig, yeah, it's maybe not the most famous one in Austria, but it's definitely one of the most beautiful places in Austria. And it's good opportunity to show the world that these places exist.
And now you qualified for the Sky Masters last year, and you also ran the race in Limona, right?
Mhm.
How was that for you? How did the race go?
Yeah, I'm often injured somehow. I don't know why, but yeah. And this was the case before Limone as well. So I didn't have any expectations, and I was, yeah, proud to be in front, or almost. I mean, in the front, in one of the front groups. Let's say it like this. Before the long descent, but there I had problems with my stomach. So I lost, I don't know how many places, 10, 15 places, something like this. But yeah. So until this point, I was really satisfied. But yeah, in the end, I could not finish in this position, sadly. Yeah. But I loved the race.
What about today? Are you going to be out on the course running today, or what's your plan?
So I will ride the bicycle because I'm again injured at the moment, and I will go to a close place. So from this place, it's possible to see the Hochkönig, and I'm almost going round it, around the Hochkönig. It's a huge mountain plateau, and yeah, a nice ride around it.
And how have you actually been training and staying fit during the lockdown in Austria?
So in the 12th, it was allowed to go outside and do some things. For example, I was doing mainly ski mountaineering on the closed piste, and this was somehow allowed. Let's say it like this. So I think not everyone liked it, but yeah, it was not forbidden. And also going for a short run was allowed, but everything had to be around your house and not doesn't yeah, you should not need any help if something happens to you, or yeah, so the doctors had to be in hospital and couldn't help if something happened.
And our last question would be, what are your plans for the second half of the year?
Yeah, so as I told you, I'm currently injured. So I fell down during a training during Corona time. I ruptured my ligaments in the knee and in the ankle.
Oh.
But I think I can. So at the moment, I can do cycling very well. And now the question is, how fast can I do running again? And so I don't want to fix anything yet at the moment. I just want to get healthy again. So either some cycling races or purely uphill races, or a full sky race. I don't know yet, to be honest.
Sounds good.
Okay, Sebastian, thank you very much for being with us.
Yeah. Thank you all the best.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks. And have a nice day, all of you,
Bye, Sebastian.
during the virtual race.
You too.
Yeah, see you soon, hopefully. Yeah, seeing there from, I'm not sure if he's actually in Maria Alm, but somewhere in Austria. So probably quite close to the race. And so actually this year we set you guys, everyone at home taking part in the virtual race today, a little extra challenge. So Sebastian was talking a little bit there about the race course profile. So you start with this kind of what looks like a kind of simpler trail in the forest, very short. And then you reach this really steep and technical climb that takes you to the top of the Hochkönig. And after that, it's a very steep and technical downhill. And then it finishes with, I think, around 10 kilometers of rolling hills through the forest. And the profile is quite distinct. It's quite a cool profile. If you look at it, you think like, okay, this looks quite tough, but maybe quite doable. So we decided we would ask you guys at home to try and create your own course for today that looks as similar to that race course profile as possible. And so far today, actually, we've had people around the world who have already been sending us their race course profile images of the runs that they've been doing this morning. It's not about the same distance or elevation, it's really just the same shape. So having this kind of up and down. And yeah, so this is one that we received this morning from Nathan Schmidt in Thailand. So above is the real race profile, and below is his run activity from this morning. And he sent us this morning, and he said today's run was all about participating in the 5th virtual race of the Skyrunner World Series. After an hour of plotting, I finally came up with a route that replicated the course profile. So it was in Katu Waterfall in Thailand. His distance was 9.5 kilometers, elevation gain 100 meters, mix of muddy single track trail and steep concrete dirt track. He said it rained, but overall very pleasant and cool temperature. So thank you very much, Nathan, for sending that. And we really hope to see more of those pictures today, because this was really impressive, actually, that he managed to do it and get it so close to the actual race profile. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. Actually, what I find more amazing is that he's in Thailand. So imagine how worldwide it is, that we suddenly are traveling to Thailand and do some like kind of skyrunning there. And we've been talking a lot about Mariam and Hochkönig, but what I think that the best way to see how it is the race is maybe to watch the video of last year, the highlights.
Yes, let's do it. Oh, I don't know about you, but when I watch that, I get like goosebumps. I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to be there.
Yeah, I think that what an amazing sport and series we have. It's so beautiful,
Yeah.
the places that we run in.
Yeah, I think today, like, not just the course and the event, but I think there's something else that would have maybe actually made today an even more exciting race. And that would have been like the field that we would have had competing in the race. So two guys especially, who everyone was really looking forward to being up against each other today were was Oriol Cardona and Rui. So the last year and the guy who came second, we saw them like battling all of last year, and the whole Koenig would have actually been the first time that they would have raced against each other since the Sky Masters in Limona last year. So for me especially, this was something that was super, super exciting and I was really looking forward to. And when I think back to last year, I think the most intense moment, I mean, anyone who was at the finish line of the Sky Masters with me would know how excited and how nervous I was to see who was gonna win the race last year, because obviously it came down to that final finish line at Limona Sky Masters between Rui and Oriol. Whoever won would have won the whole series, and it was so close. I think we actually have a little video here that we can see just how close it was between these two guys, one of which we're actually going to have on the show after this clip. So let's take a look.
And we go to the second place, the incredible Spanish guy. Here we go, Oriol Cardona.
Guardate l'abbraccio di questi due campioni che non si sono risparmiati fino all'ultimo metro di gara. Fatevi sentire, pubblico!
Yeah, it was the dream final for the World Series. I mean, I think it was the pinnacle of the season. They only not competing for the race, but for the series, and they finishing just by 12 seconds of difference. I mean, that's skyrunning. It's fight until the end, fast competition, but then like this friendship in the finish line. And it was, yeah, the best finish possible for the Skyrunner World Series in 2019. And yeah, as you said before, we are really, really happy to have here today with us Oriol Cardona. Oriol.
Hi,
Hey, how are you?
Oriol.
Good morning.
Hello.
Morning.
The Dynafit athlete, he was second last year, as we said, and today, as Sina said, Oriol, it would have been your first race with Rui again.
I think I have some troubles with the connection.
Let's see, can you hear us? Oriol? We will try to it would have been Oriol's
I think I
first
have
race.
some troubles with the connection.
Oh no.
I don't know if Oriol
Can you hear us,
or
Oriol?
not, Sina.
No, it doesn't look like it.
Yeah, it's curious because we can hear Oriol. But again, yeah, as we said, it would have been like his first race in the season matching Rui. It wasn't only that race in the Sky Masters, because actually they had a fight during all the season. They they meet in the first race of the season and in Rui's home ground in Japan. Then Rui won, and Oriol had to pull back during the season to beat Rui. Hello, Oriol, again. Can you hear us,
Yeah,
Oriol?
sorry, now it's better, I think.
Hello. Yeah,
Perfect.
Yeah, I saw the video right now. It was a crazy final race on Limone. Yeah,
What do you
that
remember?
was
Because
really exciting.
I think that you overtook Rui, no, until the last moment.
Yeah, I remember a lot that last downhill. While I was trying to catch him, I did it, but then I lost it again. So I just remember just crossing the finish line just few seconds later, and yeah, that big hook. It was really emotional for me.
Let's see if we
And
can.
second, the circuit, it was also for me. It was really crazy season, and
Breaking up a little bit, I think, here. Oriol, you still with us? Oh no, I think we lost him again.
Yeah, we were talking that Oriol had to pull back during the season, and finally there was like one key moment in one key race. It was a Super Sky race at Buff with, I think it was like the most stacked race of the season because like everyone was there, and in that race we had like an amazing moment that we could capture in video that I think we can see, and it sums up a little bit what was the fight between Oriol and Rui. Yeah, so we are back. For me, Sina, that was the moment. I mean, Rui has
Yeah.
won until this moment 2 races. Had won in Livigno, had won in Montagua, as we say. But then there comes this moment. Oriol overtakes Rui. Not only that, but he wins the race. It's a Super Sky race that we say. It's his first win in the Skyrunner World Series, and for me, it's the first moment that I think, okay, Oriol can go for it. And actually, as we said, the fight went on until the very last moment, until the very last race, very last second.
Yeah, so I remember in Japan, Rui, the first race of the season, Rui was the winner just by 9 seconds. He beat Oriol, and then after that, Oriol went on to race in China, where he was second again, but beat by a Chinese athlete. And I spoke to him after the race, and he said, like, yeah, you know, in Japan, and China. Then they actually went to Italy after that. Rui won again, and then second place went to an Italian guy, and then third place went to Oriol. And he said, like, yeah, and again now I'm in Italy, and an Italian guy has met me. And he said, like, I'm really looking forward now to going to Spain for Buff Epic Trail, because that's my home country, and you know, I really wanna win now in my own country. So when we were standing at the finish line and it came through, like, Oriol's just overtaken Rui, he's in first place, like everyone was just going crazy at the finish line. They're like, oh my gosh, Oriol's in first place in Spain. You know, he really deserves it, and especially because Rui has now beat him twice. This is super, super intense. And it was still really unclear until the very end who was going to be in first place. And then, of course, it was Oriol, and you could just see he was so happy after that moment. And so, yeah, then to have that again in the final race, so the two of them, you know, competing first race, competing last race, was really, really exciting. And you can just see also from that video we showed at the beginning, like the true sportsmanship, especially from those two athletes. You know, they were really fighting all year, all season, but then as soon as they crossed the final finish line, you know, it's this huge hug, and Oriol lifted Rui's hand, and he was so happy for him, you could tell, and the two of them could not stop congratulating each other and saying, like, yeah, you had a great season, well done. So it was really, really nice to see that throughout the whole season, to be honest.
Yeah, we try to recover Oriol. It's a pity that we don't have like clear sound or image, but still thank him for being here, because he was also waiting for going training. And we not only have Oriol, but we have also like another elite runners that today there should have been in Marie-Alme. And let's see if we can say hello to Pascal Egli and Roc Bratina. Hey guys.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Morning. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you guys too.
I don't know, guys, if you could see the video of the highlights, but how do you feel? Like thinking that today maybe you should be running there in Hockonic? Pascal?
Yeah. Of course, it makes you miss a bit the race atmosphere and meeting all the nice people. And yeah, but I think on the other hand, we know that it's going to take place again. So I'm not too sad. I'm just looking forward to when we start again.
Yeah, that's good.
And you, Roc?
Yeah, of course. I'm missing the moment because today I should stand on the start line, but the situation is like it is. So we have to see the future in a positive way, wait, and be grateful for the moment. Enjoy the training. We can do training anyway, and yeah, I hope to see you guys again as soon as possible. So yeah.
How do you feel, guys, right now physically after the lockdown, after all these months with no competition? We start again with Pascal. How do you feel now?
Actually quite good, because I had some time to recover like from the injury and to train really well again. Of course, like here in Switzerland, we're a bit now a bit more open maybe than in some other places. So I feel pretty lucky. And I also feel pretty lucky that we're in good health. But yeah, of course, the desire to compete again is really increasing.
And you, Roc?
Yeah, here in Slovenia, the situation was we were lucky to train. We don't have such measures like in other states, so my training basically was not interrupted. So I trained pretty normal. I also used the time to finish my school, and now I have a lot of free time. I can do a lot of things. Just the races are missing, so that's the only problem. But yeah, with virus and everything around I'm more mental, stronger, and physical, the same like last year. So we should see also the positives from.
I think we are going to come back to you guys in a couple of minutes and go into a little bit more detail about your races last year and also your plans for the future. But I think actually right now we're going to connect with the actual organizer of Hochkönig Sky Race, who is up on the mountain as we speak, I think. Shall we see if we can try and quickly get him? There we are. Hi, Thomas.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hello, I'm fine.
Thomas, can you tell us a little bit about who you are and also maybe where you are right now, the mountain we can see in the background?
Yeah, no, I can't see you. It's too sunny here.
Oh.
I can see the display for the castle, but it's no problem. I think you see me. We are here of a section of very, very hot part from the Hochkönig Sky Race. I think you see a little bit. This is a very, very hot part on the kilometer 4 on the race. And the guys from the Sky Race must go on this part behind me. See this?
Yeah.
Of the big rock. Yeah, this is the Riemann House. From here to this rock, you have 3 kilometers and 1,000 ascent.
Wow, crazy. And are there many people on the course today? Sorry, Thomas, what was that? I think we broke up a little bit there.
Yeah, we have this day. We have very, very nice weather. I have run in the morning 20 kilometers for myself, and I enjoy this weather and the race. Sorry for the situation. We can't make this race at this fantastic day, but I think in the September will be great now, like at this day.
Even at the Skyrunning I feel.
Actually, I cannot think the signal is so good.
Yeah, I think we're breaking up a little bit. Can you hear us?
Yeah, it's better.
Hello? Perfect.
Yeah, hello.
So I was saying this would have been the first year that an Austrian race would have been in the Skyrunner World Series. What does that mean for you and the Skyrunning community in Austria?
Yeah, we start for 2 years with our association to create the Skyrunning races in Austria. We have now in Austria the Skyrunner Austrian series with 5 races, very fantastic races and very hard races. And we like to be a big part of a very, very beautiful races in running.
Yeah, I mean, I've done a few of the courses, and I really love the Skyrunning courses in Austria. It's so amazing. It's different to many of the other countries I've run in. So, and what about the future now in Austria for Skyrunning? How do you think it's going to go forward from here?
Yeah, I think we have a great situation in Austria. We have one part in trail running and one part in Skyrunning. We have difficult rules for trail running and difficult rules for Skyrunning. So trail running is for the people that like to enjoy the landscape. And to have a burning leg. So we have special courses for sky races, high technical, and a little bit for climbing. And in the future, I think we start for 2 years and have now 5 races. In the future, I think we have a big, good situation to have more races in Austria.
That's awesome. That's really nice to see the sport having more exposure and being more present in Austria. So that's very exciting. And you saw some of the guys we had on today. So we had Oriol, Pascal, and Rock. They were all actually the race today. Do you have any message for everyone around the world who would have been in Austria today and sadly can't?
Yeah, I think for all people that are running at this day, I wish you good luck. I wish very, very fast legs for have a good kilometer or a good landscape. And about this situation, guys, I hope your training is good for everything. You have a good brief, you have a good leg, you be strong, not always only for running, for races. Races are a little bit point for us, for athletes. And I hope you be in the training and run funny private races. And I hope I see you at the Königman on 12 September to 6 September.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Thomas.
Yeah, thank
Okay.
you.
We hope you
Bye-bye.
enjoy the
See you
rest of your day,
soon.
and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
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 Nice.
Wow. Such a cool place.
Yeah, so I think we can go back to Rock and Pascal, no? We finished the interview with them because there are still a lot of things to comment with them. Hey, guys.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
So one thing
what did
that you both have in common is that you've been injured in the last years. What did you get from this process of not being able to run? You, Pascal, it was in 2019. Rock, it was mainly in 2018. What did you learn, Pascal?
Yeah, learn. That's a good thing. I mean, mental endurance, I would say. And I think I had already injuries previously, and you learn that you will always get back. Like there's always a point where you don't believe that you will regain your health and your shape. But so far, for me, I have always done it. So I think what you learn is that you can always recover. And that's the positive part. And also that your body is amazing. I mean, it can really reconstruct itself from very far. But also, of course, there's maybe two types of injury. One is the one that is from like an accident that I had, and one is from like overuse or if you train the wrong way. Of course, both are bad, but one you feel a bit more frustrated about because maybe it's not your fault or yeah.
And you, Rock, what did you learn from your process?
What injuries? What I have learned from injuries? I don't know. Maybe to be a little bit more focused on long-term goals, not to overuse and do hard trainings every single day with no recoveries in between. And also, like Pascal said, injuries will be always there. It is a part of the sport. It is a part of the story. So we have to accept the injuries, and it's like a negative point we can turn into a positive point. So we whatever I learned in this sport, I learned in the time of my injury. So, and from injury, I take the motivation to go forward. More injuries I have, the longer my career will be.
From my experience, like I remember if I had an injury or if I had pain, it was the hardest part was always when you got back into it and you always felt a little bit slower and that was really demotivating for me. And I found that was definitely the hardest part to think I went from here and I'm kind of down here. Is there any kind of tip that you can give, like what they can do, like mentally or physically or anything, just at that beginning point of getting back into it to kind of not let themselves be so demotivated and stay on track?
I think goals day by day, for example, steps, easy, tiny steps forward, everyday approach. That's it. And I don't know, the motivation. Maybe do something else. Forget about the sport. Read some books. Watch films. Or just to forget about the sport a little and focus on things you can do. Maybe just core workout, do some fitness to stay in shape, but because it is also the training for the muscles. Yeah, that's it. That's my suggestion. and that's what I'm doing. So,
Yeah, you can also see it like as a deserved break for the body, and of course mentally it's maybe hard to regain your old shape, but it's like a challenge, like you're racing against yourself, and you can get stronger than before. Or that's what I tell myself. It's like a chance. You recovered, you fill up your reserves again, and you really can become stronger than before. It's not just a saying. It's really it happened to me before, and as Rock said, it's good to sometimes just say, okay, I do some other interesting things in sport. There's so many things to do in life that you don't have time for, and focus on that until you're a bit back in better shape. Yeah.
We were talking about motivation. What is your short-term motivation now? Do you have any goal that you expect to do soon, or you think more in long-term? Pascal, we start with you.
Yeah, I have a cool project now. In my home mountains, I want to run like all the important peaks and trails in one day. That's my short-term goal. And I have never done like an ultra kind of effort really. So it's gonna be a full day of running, and that's gonna be soon, end of June. So that's my short-term goal.
How far is that? What's the distance and the total elevation gain?
It's reasonable. It's about 70K and 7,000 vertical meters. So I expect, yeah, I expect to run it all by daylight. Yeah, that's nice.
Nice. And you, Rock? Do you have any short-term goal?
My short-term goal it's to work now. Now I have time to work on my weak point, so I'm doing now more flat training and core exercises to improve my running technique and stability. Because in the long-term goal, of course, longer races like Transvulcania next year.
Wow.
So in the summer I will cover more kilometers, and I will take this season like just to run as many Ks as possible, to learn how body is behaving when running longer, what nutrition is good for me to use, and such things. I am always motivated just to remain in shape, to run a lot, and to see new places. And yeah, I can't wait to do some races, but I don't see the problem now to train on my own, because I like improve myself every single day, analyzing my trainings, and that's my lifestyle, so it works well for me.
That's awesome. That sounds good. Good plans.
Yeah.
Obviously, you guys, you participated in the series last year and year before, maybe even the year before that. Can you think of like one highlight over your years competing in the series? Maybe Pascal, will start with you. Like, what was your one highlight from the years?
Well, the easiest to choose is when I won the World Series in 2018. Of course, there's many highlights in individual races, but that was just a big dream of mine to one day win the Sky Series. And yeah, but of course, there's like race moments where so many, for example, together close to the summit in Sagama, and we hugged each other just like by coincidence, and things like that. And also when I won the match in the US, when I won my first Sky race of the World Series. Yeah, I guess Rock has also similar thoughts.
Yeah, what about you, Rock? What was your highlight?
My highlight last year was coming first on the top of Matezins and experience the snow. Of course, I will not forget the Coma Pedrosa race, where I suffer a lot at the beginning of the race, and then just when we climb on Coma Pedrosa, I don't know from where, I just feel so powerful and can come on third place at the end. That's also another thing that motivates me, that you should never give up in the race, that you should always believe that you have power in your legs, but not just in your legs, but in your mind, because mind is always with you. And yeah, running is like a journey. It's like a life journey with ups and downs, and after every single downhill you have a uphill. So that's the point of skyrunning. That's the point of the sport, and that's why I'm doing this. So yeah, that's the philosophy.
Yeah, it's a nice message to send people right now, I think, as well. Those who can't
Yeah.
race or they can't train like normal. It's nice to hear that from you guys, to say, like, don't worry about it. Like, you'll come back from this low point.
Yeah, thank you very much, Pascal, Rock. I really wish you that we could see each other again
Yeah.
soon. And if not,
Thank you.
we wish you the best for this summer and in your project. Pascal, we will be following you.
Yeah.
I'll be following you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Bye
It was
bye.
nice to see you. Bye.
Yeah,
Bye
great.
bye. Bye bye.
Bye. Yeah, and before we leave, Sina, I think that we couldn't see clearly Oriol, but he didn't want to leave with this feeling, so he recorded a video, a message for us that I think we are able to see now.
Hey, hello. Sorry, I had a little bad connection here. Yeah, it was a really crazy season. For me, it was really special. I didn't really know much about Rui. He came from another country, another culture, and for me, it was really exciting to run against him during all the season. Yeah, I think we were really close. Also in Japan and in Limone, it was just few seconds separate us from the victory. And also I won in Bouve Epic, and he won me in Livigno, and it was a really good battle. I think it was a good show for everyone, and yeah, I was expecting to run against him again this year. No, it will be possible, but anyway, for the next year, I'll try to be a little bit more prepared. Also, I think it will be better prepared, so it will be nice to find him again, and let's see what happens on the next season, or if there is some races still for this year. It will be nice to see. So thank you very much, all you guys, and see you. Hope everything is going well, and bye bye.
That's
that's
one thing
nice.
that I love about our athletes, is that Oriol is one of the best skyrunners of the world. Today he has delayed the training to be with us. Still couldn't be in because of the technical issues, but he wanted to record this video. I mean, he really cares about the thing. That's the kind of athletes and person that we are dealing here in the Skyrunner World Series, and I think that is one of the best things that we have.
Yeah, I think so too. It's something that I really experienced last year with our community and our athletes. Like, they're just such amazing athletes, but at the same time, just really nice, humble people, and also really good friends as well, actually, between them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
absolutely. And
quite emotional.
yeah, absolutely, and that's why also we want to do this Skyrunner virtual series, even if we cannot have the races, to give the chance of the normal fans like us to be with all these awesome runners. Just remember, people, that they can still do their challenge today. They can submit the results to our website and enter in the contest for winning Merrell and Compressor prizes. They have until the end of the day. They can mimic the course, like the guy in Thailand, no, Sina?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to try and do that later today, actually.
I knew that.
But his one was good. I don't know if I can get that
Yeah,
close.
yeah.
His one was really good. But yeah, of course, we really encourage people still to get involved with the race today. You can still register and take part, as Albert just said, and still have this feeling that you're somehow taking part in the Hofkönig Sky Race, even though we can't be there, like Thomas is there this morning. But yeah, and I think that brings us to more or less kind of the end now of the show. And we always like to finish with a video clip from the next race. So the highlights from 2019. So Albert, which race will we have next?
So the next one that we will have is the Livigno Sky Race. It's in 2 weeks' time. It's also an awesome race. Last year it was full of snow. It was pure sky running, and I think that, as you say, is the best way to say goodbye today. Enjoy this video and see you in 2 weeks' time.
See you later, guys.
Bye-bye.